Good evening and welcome to Snak Chat with, the usual crew. Let's go and see who's here. Hello, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
voices! I'm hearing voices.
Good evening.
Good evening. I love it when I can hear voices.
Are you not
Okay, how is
need to
everybody?
speak to yourself anymore? I could make a comment to that,
Self-speak
but I won't.
No, please don't. I am recording.
Oh, right.
Let's keep it friendly.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording because we're going to cover some stuff that might be useful for other people. I don't know. Anyway, first things first, though. A couple of little heads up about us. Now, bear with me a second. Let me find it. Somebody was asking me today where these videos end up.
Where are you going to go? So?
We are looking at today. We're going to have a little look at these. So, let me. Chat replay has been disabled for this premiere. Well, that's strange. I didn't know I'd done that. I'll stop that. I'll make sure it's okay. So there was no actual premiere, so I guess that's why. Okay. Right. If you are on Facebook, okay, what we do quite often is stream to the Facebook group, which is called, I think, Vikings War of Clans Feedback. Correct me if I am wrong.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You set it up. You named it.
I named it, but I take no responsibility. Okay, so yes, here we go. Here we go. It is there. Let me just get the page looking good. Okay, so the Vikings War of Clans Feedback Public Group. Now, if you notice, today we streamed a little, and I think somebody, Paulette, did you? Sorry, Shiny, did you pop in when Smeg and I were talking?
Yes, I thought it was back to basic was started. I was so
Oh,
confused. I saw the mic. Sorry.
well, it would have been in Vikings. I don't do back to basics in Vikings.
Well, maybe
That
we
must have
should
been.
actually.
You should have just. Well, maybe. That's so funny. You should have said hello because we were in
Back
full
to
flow, and I know,
Vikings.
and then you'd gone before I could say hello, and then I think one of the Russian clan members joined us. He didn't say hello either, so you're a miserable lot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just say hello. If I don't want people to know it's happening, I'll do a private call with somebody. All we were doing was discussing the stronghold. Okay. And what I did later was I streamed it to the Facebook War of Clans page group. Okay. And that's where you can basically put in any little ideas you have about Vikings and give feedback. We run polls as well, and if there's anything really useful information. But you can see we this is where you might end up when I'm recording, and I say I'm recording. I might stream it later if it's been useful. Okay, sometimes I edit it. Sometimes I don't edit it, but you end up there. And if you don't end up there, you end up on YouTube. Okay, and I've put it on my private channel on YouTube, but you might get a bit confused because there are some old videos from the Learn English Network from before it had its own channel. So, but it's under Vikings. So if you wanted to remind yourself of something we've talked about in these sessions, feel free to go and look and watch it again, or leave comments if you change your mind about something, or if you have an idea, leave comments, etc. So it's like a 24/7 thing, which I am not. Anyway, I just had a couple of bloop, bloop. So Tinky Winky's here, and Thorn. Hi
How
guys.
you do?
Okay, so we've got it's quite a few people. So that's what happens to these recordings. You can find them. They're not private. Then they go out onto YouTube and onto Facebook. Nowhere else. So yeah, Ozzy was quite excited because he said, "I'm an internet star." I can't promise you millions of views. It's for people who know where they are, and need to watch. Okay, so if you're interested in the stronghold and setting transforms and you can't quite remember how we do it, watch this one, Stronghold Transformations, on YouTube or on the Facebook group. And Smeg and I were talking about the best way to set and the fastest way to set it, and how to get the most bang for your buck during CVC as well. Okay, good. Cool. Yeah, I think
that's
so.
what I found.
Yeah, that can also be a bit of a shock. I understand that. So yeah, it can be a bit of a surprise. But anyway, don't worry, you were fine. Sorry? I can get you a voice changer. Yeah, you can get a voice changer. I've got several. I recommend, I think it's Voice Morph Pro. It's not free, but it is quite good. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me move that away. Okay, so there was a question today about march size. Okay, so let me have a look. Where is it? It was somewhere here. Let me have a look. There was a silly comment about sorry to ask questions, and somebody quite rightly said they're good questions. And yeah, they're all good questions. So what does full troop march mean? Okay, and well, that's like, it depends who's talking, really. Everybody has their own terminology for your march size, and it can vary from clan to clan. It's a bit like joining a company. You have to sort of get used to the jargon. Yeah, so what you start with, okay, you have a base march size. Okay, that's what you get without anything else. And you can find out what's important is what your march size is. Okay, so that when somebody says to me, how many troops can you send? You don't tell them 10 billion, because that's how many troops you have, because that's not how many you can send. It's limited by your march size. So this is a little, if you go into your palace and you go into the statistics for your palace, you will get this information under general info, military general info. Okay, and it will tell you the warriors you've got, but it will also tell you permitted number of warriors on a march. And this is a little level 5 fort I found, so as not to scare you too much. Okay, so you can see here 8,100, and that's 7,500, which is from your Shrine of Odin. That's your base march size. You need to have a Shrine of Odin before you can even send a march. Okay, and achievement plus 8% for the rarest of Vikings. That's that one where you block, unblock, block, unblock. Okay, so there are different things that will add to this as you get bigger. Okay, so that's a tiny little level 5 undeveloped alt fort. Okay, then as you build your Shrine of Odin up, your march size will increase. Okay, and some achievements will also increase your march size. Now there's rarest of Vikings here. Some of the new ones, which is really powerful, is Unity of 3, and that's where some of these monsters are coming from. Okay, your VIP level also increases the number of warriors you can have on a march, and that's by percentage. So that's from your base march. So for example, you've got your base march size, then you've got 8%, but you don't get this 24% on that 8%. That's set to that, and that's set to that too. Does that make sense? Okay, so that 24% goes on to that, and that 8% goes on to that, and then it increases the number there. It does that 24% doesn't go on to that, not always. And sometimes Plarium play around with these percentages, and people will talk about that's on the base size or the base boost or whatever, or that's on the top, and that means it's on top of everything. The only way to know what the current flavour is to test it. Okay, so that's why you should have an idea of what your different boosted march sizes should look like, so you know if something in the game has changed. Okay, anyhow, your hero knowledge, VIP level, lots of other things combine, and there's I'll share this. There are different bonuses. So you've got your Shrine of Odin, hero skills, shaman skills, heroes equipment. Now the equipment side, that's very dodgy because some of it's stuff that comes from Yacht. So take this with a pinch of salt. Knowledge, of course. Without knowledge, you're nothing. You're just weak. VIP status, I mentioned. The stronghold itself. Okay, so as your stronghold in your clan develops, so will your march size increase. And that's under the military stuff. Okay, and the ace. Not all of them, but you will see some ace will have increased march size. Yeah, number of troops, that kind of thing, as an extra bonus. So you've got your military stats, and then you'll see also some of them, not all, will increase your march size. Now, why is march size important? Because this is a game of numbers. And if you can overwhelm your enemy with better knowledge, but most importantly, more troops, then you're more likely to win. It's always a bit tossing a coin in the air because you can't really tell where their influence comes from. Are they stuffed full of troops, or are they very clever and only have a few troops? And I know which I prefer. And when I say a few troops, I mean a few billion, by the way, nowadays. Okay, the number of troops, number of warriors in a troop boost, also the Shrine of Odin level, as you can see, as you increase your palace size, this only goes up to 35. But as you know, it goes further now, and these stats here are huge. Okay, so the maximum number of troops that you've got from all your knowledge and your VIP and everything can then be extended with boosts. And those boosts vary, okay? So you've got number of warriors in a troop. That's the one that increases your march size for 15 minutes, okay? 10 minutes, depending on which boost you use, okay? And it can go from like 10% to the big, what I call a mega boost. Now, if you're going into siege with your clanmates and you're quite powerful, that's when you use the mega boosts from Helheim. So it means, sorry, I mentioned the H word, but it means you've got to go into Helheim. You've got to farm those boosts. Not just the offense and defense, but the march size one is really important, okay? Which means you need the marks of resolve, which means we need to win competitions. Okay, then you can also increase the number of troops you send into an OS, but don't confuse these two. That's numbers warriors in a troop that you send to an OS, or you send to a fort, or you send into siege, or you send onto a tile to farm. That one. This one is specifically the number of warriors, number of troops you send to an OS. Now, it can be your own OS or somebody else's OS, okay? But that's the number of troops you can send. And this is what it says. Temporarily increase the maximum number of warriors in a troop that you send on an onslaught. Now, as I say, if you're the onslaught host, it also applies to the number of troops you put into the onslaught. But it also applies if Kills is the host, Smeg, whatever, me, it's the number of troops you can send in. So that's those two combined when you're sending to an onslaught. Okay, those two. And that makes your march size pretty big if you are level, I don't know, level 31 plus. You can get a pretty decent march size from that. Okay, with all this other stuff. Then this one, you have to be really careful. This warrior number in an onslaught is not that. Okay, it sounds like it is, but it's not. That's when you're setting an onslaught. That increases how many you can host. Be very careful using this, because if you decide to set an onslaught for your clanmates, and there's only a couple of you on, and you use a big boost here, you might not be able to fill the onslaught enough to be able to send it. Okay, there's a way around it. You set a very short time, 5 minutes, and then it sends automatically. But if you can't fill it, you can't. It doesn't have to be completely full, but there's a cutoff number, and you have to have that number before you can send an onslaught. So if you're setting onslaughts, careful. That's when you need to know the march size of your clanmates, so you know you can fill it. Okay. And why do we need big boosts, big marchers? Well, as I said, the more troops you send, the more you can kill. On the negative side, the more will die or may die. What will die, but may die. Okay. Oh, Tinky Winky had to run. Oh no. Bye, Tinky Winky. Okay.
Yeah,
So any Tinky Winky. Okay. When you're getting a bit bigger, okay, this is the kind of this is unboosted, remember. This is your base number. Permitted number of warriors on a march. And that's made up of all these things. Achievements, town skins, secret knowledge that you find later in the game, the equipment you're wearing, the shaman skills, and you'll find these hero skills are really important. Yeah, so you've got to do your hero tree and your shaman tree. The stronghold that you're in, whether it's got these knowledges done or not, the number of troops on the march with shaman, that means you have to have your shaman in the march in order to get that. And of course the building, the Shrine of Odin. That makes it look very small, but you take that, you add all these, you get this. And that's not boosted by these boosts. Okay, so you add those into the mix and you've got a mega boost on, you're going to be able to send, or is it about 20 million, 25 million in a march. So know your base march and know the effect of using different boosts, because sometimes you might only want a 460. Yeah, sometimes you might want the 3000, but you've got to know what you're going to get when you've applied those. Does that help, or is that even more confusing now?
At the moment it's confusing, but
It's experience that tells you. Even I get confused sometimes, because it's like, why have I got this? But if you've got an idea of how many you should be getting, then you can check things like your ace, like your boost. If you have, if you suddenly realise you've only got 3 million in a troop, there's something wrong. Okay, if you, then that's when you go and check what gear am I sending Inga. What gear am I in? Have I got my ace on? Have I got the boost on? Have I applied the boost? Has the boost run out? Yeah, it's all those things. So it's having an idea of what the biggest march size you can send is, and knowing whether you have met that or not. We're not going to go into setting OSs because we can do that at another time. But this was specifically to talk about march size. So who here knows their march size? Thorn, yours has gone up, I believe. Oh, are you there?
I know
Thorn?
about million or something like this, or 900.
Okay, and is that boosted or unboosted?
Unboosted. I never use boost. I don't have such many troops to boost this. Oh,
Exactly. So if you are more into the farming than the fighting, this isn't as important. Although it can be important if you want to send onto tile, if you want to yield more. Sometimes,
Yes, I did it
especially
to yield it.
with level 8. Yeah,
I
yeah,
used the 400 percent
460.
boost
Yeah,
and
yeah.
150% boost.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine, because sometimes when you're doing, especially if you're doing the achievement, and you've got level 8 tiles or level 9 tiles, even better. If you're a smaller player, you can't farm enough to stay on the tiles long enough unless you're willing to keep clicking on and off, on and off, on and off, to make it worthwhile. So it is worth then using these march size boosts. The lower march size boosts, okay, so if you go into your boosts, let's have a look here, and you go into your military, you'll always find the number of warriors and the OS in military boosts here, okay, towards the bottom. So number of warriors in a troop, then you can see this is the big one. This one, they are precious, okay? So don't waste them. These ones are useful. Don't waste them, but you will get more of them, okay? These ones, it's very
Lynn, are
rare.
you streaming? Because I cannot see, and you say this.
Oh, okay,
No, I
hang on.
can't see it either, Lynn, but I wasn't.
No,
Why
I
didn't you
can't
say?
no,
Oh, I
see.
thought it was just me. I can't see
Thank
any
you.
screen share.
I am streaming, I am recording, but I forgot to let you see. I've just gone live, so you can
It's
click
your
on
fault.
it. Hey! Yeah, it's my fault, absolutely. But it's partly your fault, guys, because you didn't say anything.
Well, I would have said something if
Lynn,
you said
what are you
something I
doing?
didn't know, but I just assumed it was only me that couldn't see it, because it's always me that can't do things technically. So
Okay, so Thorn, you said something, I think.
I've just said, oh, naughty Winnie. Not letting us see. I'm sorry, I'm on the game. I'm doing my tasks at the minute, so okay, I'm not looking.
Okay, you might not want to say I'm on the game, though.
39.
No, just don't say that, guys. We've got some non-native speakers here. I don't want them repeating that. I'm in the game is fine. Okay, so these two, I would say, save them for fighting, especially this one. Don't use that for farming. You might use this for farming if you know you're not going to fight much at all. These ones, though, honestly, I use them all the time just because I want a few extra troops on a tile, or I want a few, I just want to yield more. I don't think I've ever used any of these. In fact, I think I use this one quite a lot. You can see I've run out. But I've never used any of these for fighting. I only ever use these two for fighting, because these are pretty useless, to be honest. I don't even know why they're there. They're like simple knives. You know, those simple knives. How many have you got, guys?
yeah, you should be
And
able to
merge
like
them.
you do gems.
Yeah, I know. I've said that. I've suggested it, because there must be millions of them in the game. And
Like
all they need to do
renaming
is let
things,
us.
you should be able to
Yeah,
boost those
just-
up into something more useful.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's Plarium, isn't it? So, okay. So does that give you a better idea of what you're looking for, or looking at, when you're looking at the number of warriors in a troop? What I suggest you do next time we run Siege, check you've got the right gear on. Okay, let's have a look at the ace. Hang on a second. Oop. Why did that tick on my barracks? Okay, so if you go to your Azir, and I think who's got, now this is something I fall down on, by the way. I know you think I know everything, but I can never remember. Oh, that's March speed. Okay, but it's here. You'll find it here. Is it Mimir? Okay, no, that's number of warriors on a march plus 25%. So but remember, that only lasts an hour. And it also increases the offence in onslaught for anybody you're hosting in an onslaught. So if we start fighting more and doing more onslaughts, for example, in home gang, no names mentioned, but if you're not the onslaught host, you don't apply this until you are the onslaught host. Which means you do miss out on that until you're the onslaught host. But because of this army offence in onslaught, you give that to everybody in your onslaught. And if you're in an onslaught with somebody else's Mimir, you've already got that. So you don't need Mimir unless you know you're not going to have a chance to be the host, in which case it doesn't matter. But if you're in a smaller, more powerful clan who sets onslaughts and they take it in turns, save this one for when you're hosting. Okay. I'm not sure who else might have size, speed. There's loads of them with speed. These I don't need, so I haven't bothered developing them yet. Yeah, march speed. Oh, blimmin' useless. March speed. Can anybody think of any others that have march count?
No, I don't
So
have
that
them
should
in
tell.
my head, I'm afraid.
No, I don't
There's
either.
another
My head's
reserve
too
that
small.
has it.
Sorry?
I think there's another reserve that has a march.
I've got it in my
No.
head that there's a march size
There's
for another
There's
Izzy,
a
like
smaller
Magni
one.
or somebody.
Yeah, there is, I'm sure there is.
There's
About
training.
15.
Magni is building. Freya's not that. That's training as well. That's the good training. Oh yeah, no, speed again. Speedy guns are, and the speed ones are really a bit useless. They should basically make more of them with march size. I mean, the whole reason that for Vikings is to make us lose. Here you go, Modi, also an expensive one because it's a total. So you need to develop your ace to 10 of 10 for these to apply. But yeah, another number of warriors on a march and warrior number in an onslaught, 25. So 25 on one, 15 on another, but you can only apply them one at a time. Okay. But they'll all increase your march size, and march size, yeah, size matters. Okay, sorry. Sorry guys, but size matters.
Hey, you've got a foot for
Okay.
tonight, Owen, honestly.
I'm just second is this tonight.
Anyway, let's have a look. Mimir is only level 8. You can use them, yes, but you won't get the big bonus. Okay, but yeah, if it gives you an edge, use it. Absolutely. But remember, if you're in siege, then there are other things that are more important, like defense. Yeah. Don't worry about this part because that's permanent. That's on whether you're wearing the ace, whether you're using the ace or not. But this bit, that you've got to look at this as well as the march size. Which makes Freya another expensive one, but very useful. Okay. Okay, so there was another question. What does mean Commander March? Yeah, this is a Jotun March. Commander March are the blue marchers when you've got siege coming at you. Yeah? So, let me just cover myself in glory. There you go. Bear with me a second. And we'll go into, I think we've still got some battle reports. But of course, some people have been out there hitting everything that moves. Okay, let's see if I
For
can
ages,
find...
and I sent half of it to the stronghold, so don't complain.
No, it's fine. It just, as you attack, as you fight, or
Yes, I know.
hit things, it pushes stuff out of the actual... Oh, that's interesting. Why hasn't it got what kind of troop it was? Okay, I'm just trying to find one that shows you specifically. Here we go. Okay, so I don't want to stream that, but I can share this. Okay, so when you're looking at the troops coming, okay, and we go Commander March, that is because we can see this. And that's why we call them the Blue March, because they have that blue glow. So you've got the weak one, which is the grey march. They're the ones that you guys in peacetime should be defending without the big players. Eventually, we provide a bit of meat, but eventually you'll be taking those on your own. Then you've got the warrior march. That's like got the white glow. Then you've got the soldier march, and that's got the green glow. We call them the green march. This is the commander march with the blue glow. So again, check what marches are coming. Use that crossed sword to see what marches are due next. Okay, and then when you click on it, it will tell you what's in there. It will tell you how many, what makeup they are, like X melee. There's normally 3 different troop types per march up to level 7, okay, because we're a siege 4. Okay, so you have a look and you see what makeup it is. Is it good for your troop type? Is it your troop type? Are the most troops in it your troop type? So, for example, melee, cavalry, killer. Yeah, my least favourite troop type. Some of them will be good for you, some of them will be bad. The grey ones, doesn't really matter. You can take them. I think some of you could just sit there and defend those without anybody else. Okay, as long as your march size is big enough. Because remember, when they're sending millions. So you've got to have the numbers as well. Okay? Okay. Does that answer that question?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
but it's not a specific troop. It's a mixture of 3 different troops at different levels. So it might be from 4 to 7, it might be from 6 to 7, and the commanders tend to be 6 to 7. And if we ever get level 5, not going to happen, then you get the purple march, and they've got up to 8, level 8, I think, and far more troops, and they seem to be buffed as well. And then you've got the level 6 siege tower, and they have these bright yellow troops, jaundiced troops. They call them golden, but it's a horrible colour. And they are tough. And even clans like Ret, they're still trying to figure out the best way to always beat them. They're getting there. And that's about what troops you put in, what strength they are, etc. Okay? Then, is it important to send your troop type only when in the marches your troop type is included? It is always important to send your troop type only, okay? But it is, you send your troop type in a siege, like in CVC, you send anyway. Okay, when you get bigger, level 36, you can start thinking about having a second troop type, a third troop type if you like, because you need scout now. And then you can think which one is best to send. But if you've got a chief that says melee only send melee. We've not got to that point yet, okay? We need everybody in. Whatever you've got, we don't care. Send it. But in some clans, as you get up the clan pecking order, the chief might say melee and siege only, or cavalry and melee only, or killer and siege only. They'll make a decision based on what's coming at you. And this is especially true now of these purple marches, etc. Okay, but yeah, you send regardless, even if it's a bad march. In a peacetime siege, you can ask, oh, can I sit this one out? Yeah, because you know it's going to kill, low on troops, you've not got many boosts, you know it's going to kill them all. But ask, don't just leave, because with the numbers, people are relying on you to be there, okay? So ask, and usually it'll be a yes in a peacetime one, especially if it's a commander march and you're a lower level player, because it makes more room for the rest of us. The commander marches look scary, but there's a plus size to them. When you're strong enough, they're the ones that give you the best soul shards. So eventually you start looking forward to them because you've got soul shard hungry. Okay, when you put any T4, is it possible to score any points? Yes, but you'll score fewer points because you'll kill more, you'll die more, but you'll kill fewer. So you'll die more, but you won't kill as many. However, what you'll be doing is also protecting the higher, more expensive troops of your clanmates. So you're still welcome, honestly. Even in a wartime siege, if you've got powerful tier 4 and tier 6, you can stop the enemy scoring as much off other people's tier 7. That's why it's called a meat wall. It's basically there to soak up the enemy's troops and stop them scoring as much. Okay. Of course, if they wipe you, then it's meaningless. They'll score everything. But if you can provide a good meat shield, it can be the difference between a win and a loss after siege has ended. Okay. Are max T6 troops strong enough against tier 7 and tier 8? Against tier 7, yes, with the right number. Against tier 8, it depends. If you've got some weak-ass tier 8 player who hasn't done his knowledge, yeah. If you've got a maxed player who's done everything and he's got all the gems, celestial gems in, no. Okay, if he's wearing his training gear, maybe. Who knows? So it's like saying how long is a piece of string. Yeah. I can't answer that really. Okay.
Yes.
And we are all damned to die. Because no matter how powerful you get, no matter how strong you get, the variables in the game are such that somebody somewhere is going to have the edge. They'll either have the opposite to your ace, or they'll have the opposite to your troops, or they'll have a higher achievement level that will give them 1%, and that 1% is enough. So what you've got to understand is in this game, at some point you will burn, your troops will die, you have to decide whether you want to carry on or not. But don't take it personally. That's the best thing I can say is don't take it personally. He hit me. Yeah, he hits everybody.
His name is
Okay.
Kohat.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else, but far more damage done. Come
It's
on,
also
my
started with a
husband.
K.
My husband.
No?
He
Oh.
goes after me. He goes after me in yacht to see how well my troops are holding up. I have to be very careful. I mean, he only gives me a spanking, but he doesn't set the clan on me. Otherwise, I would burn. But it's a bit embarrassing when people go, "Who was that?" Oh, it was my husband. Don't ask. Okay. You can't find in statistics how many troops you can send. Okay. It's not. Let's have a look. Go to your palace. Are you in the game now, Shiny?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So click on your palace.
Yes.
And then click on statistics. Yeah.
Yes.
Military. Here.
Yes.
General info.
Yes.
Third thing, permitted number of warriors on a march. Okay. Can you see it?
Total number, the permitted number of warriors and training. I need to scroll.
Yeah, go down. Scroll down.
Yes. Yes.
You've got it? Okay, good.
Yes, but I forgot to scroll.
Glad it's not just me.
No, chair. Sorry.
Okay, so whilst we're at this, I thought it might be fun. And Thorn, you don't know about our strange CVC, do you? But we had the weirdest CVC ever. We were facing a clan, and I think we've still got the results, haven't we? So let's show. We beat them because they did nothing. Okay,
Discord,
absolutely
Lynn.
nothing. Hello.
Put them on Discord.
Have you? Oh, okay. But not everybody can access that. So, yeah. But what happened was when we were matched, it looked very scary because they were quite big. Yeah. And has it gone down again? What?
Oh,
I have him in
He's gone
contact.
again!
He joined other clan. I have him.
He's gone again! He's gone
I
again!
have him. He is in clan in other clan.
Okay, let me tell Thorn what happened. Okay, so we were facing this like 3 trillion clan. Okay, fair enough. But it was one player. Well, this person
yeah.
who seems to be a scout trap. Okay, has she actually shielded up yet? Let's go and have a look. In Kingdom 790 this is. So if anybody knows these guys, I'd love to know. So yeah, there she is, unshielded. Well, I said no, don't touch her because she's in good scout gear and she's got good stats on killing. So, you know, it could be a trap. Maybe she's empty. I don't know. I don't care. It's CBC. There's no fun in CBC like that. Let's go and give her a poke. We wanted to give her a poke at the end, but the game kicked us out. Wouldn't let us back in. Okay, so she'd got all the Brodier and Wendler on. So I was like, no, don't touch. Don't touch. Because if we lose Cat 1, who knows? But anyhow, this other guy was in the clan. And then before CBC started, he left the clan. So we're like, oh, easy win. And then on the second day, he rejoined the clan. So we're like, what are they doing?
Oh.
We were convinced it was some strange strategy to win the game and to smash it. So when we ran Siege, that's why we waited for reputes, because I was like, no, we need all the reputes we can get. Oh, this is the guy. Thank you, Eeyore. Let's have a look.
I found him.
You found him. There's no hiding from you, is there? We're watching you, mate. Okay, so this guy here. Yeah, look, he's got the right name, though. Look. Hop. He's in the right clan, Hop. So, Yug77, Savorwin, what are you doing? You drove us nuts. One of the most stressful CBCs ever, because I was trying to figure out what he was doing. Well done, Eeyore. Keep him in your contacts. See if he pop. But that means he popped out, popped back in. Then he popped out again after CBC, obviously, but he popped back in again, and now he's popped out again. Just call him Hop along, and we still don't know why. We still don't know. If there had been a plan, maybe if we hadn't run Siege, were they going to do a sneaky siege at the end to take those 2 categories? And then training, I don't think, is a problem for him, to be honest. But yeah, it was bizarre. Look at that then. Oh, they're big, aren't they? Look at that. 3 trillion. Woohoo! But yeah, that was our weird CBC. So you can imagine what I was like, bundle of nerves.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you try to apply logic to something that has no logic, but I still don't know. Did anybody talk to him? I didn't, I'll be honest.
I didn't. He's still in the same kingdom.
Yeah, no, he's obviously does this because he's been made an elder, so he must be, you know, he's not a troublemaker as such. So yeah, he obviously likes. The only thing I could think was it was for Fury, and I know that some clans do this. They take big players with lots of troops and put them into different level 4 strongholds to run siege during destroying enemy during Fury. So if you can get 7 or 8 sieges running at the same time, you can score huge for Fury. And I presumed that's what he'd done. But when he then rejoined during CBC, I was confused. And they have got a reasonable CBC record. It wasn't like they were always losing. They do win. I think it was 6 wins, 8 losses or something. So they obviously try to win. But what the hell they were doing, I have no idea. So if anybody out there watches this video and knows this guy, please ask him. I'm too shy to ask. Maybe he might tell me, or he might come out after me or something. I don't want to stalk her. Oh yeah, they're big. They're big. I mean, I think a lot of that is troops, to be honest, because I know some of the maxed people and they're not that big. So they are a little bit on the, they need a bit of a diet maybe. But I think there's a lot of troops in there. But he's probably very powerful too, because when I looked at his statistics, he'd killed, I think he was on a 4-to-1 ratio of kills to losses. So way better than I'll ever be. I don't bother about that, to be honest. If they die, they die. If I win, I win. I'm not going to try and make my stats look good by doing the sort of thing Kohad does, which is kill people on tile without hero or shaman from your own kingdom. What an idiot. Anyway, the other bit of news I've got. Now, I don't know whether to tell you this or not, and I don't know whether you'll just laugh at me or cry or leave, but I was doing that place today on an alt, that place, and there was a node I couldn't get, and I got it straight off. Easy peasy apple squeezy. So flushed with the scent of success, I went to the next node that I needed to open up, and I only 2-starred it. So I went back 2 nodes to one I'd only 2-starred before, and I got it easy peasy apple squeezy. I am wondering if, with all the screaming and shouting about how it's too difficult, they might have basically pulled back a bit on making it that tough. Or maybe I've just been lucky. I don't know. But if you are struggling with Helheim, and you want to give it a go, maybe take a look and see if it's a bit easier. And now you all hate me, don't you? Because I've sent you into Helheim. I'm sorry.
No,
I
don't.
sorry.
I don't.
But you've done yours.
Been there for a long while.
But you've done yours, haven't you?
I have, yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, you finished it. So you've got no... I mean,
Yeah.
I hope they never bring another node out or another floor. But
No.
anyway.
But I'm hoping not.
Phew. No, I mean, you do need to go in there, though, just to auto
Oh, yeah.
kill.
Also,
Yeah, okay, yeah. But you haven't had to do that. No, you don't need to do that. But no, we've got people here who still haven't got
I know, yeah.
node 7. So
I've been a bit
I'm just
lazy
saying...
when I said it.
That's beastly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's just something to be aware of. I think maybe something has changed because I've never gone through green ones and blue ones quite that quickly on this setup. And I was like, what the heck's going on? I'm just killing this. And I thought, have they changed it? Have they eased off? Have they eased the throttle a bit? Because I wasn't getting empty rooms and gold chests. I was just getting green and blue monsters. I've just 3-starred another one. Guys, I think they might, Plarium, in their wisdom, might have taken the foot off the brake. Okay? Nobody's talking to me now. I'm sorry. You don't believe me, do you? Well, try it. Try it. Okay. When you're
How
sitting in
should
front
they?
of the
Do
telly.
you have some particular advices how was practical was can help?
Oh, I've shared all that I know. You know that. I've shared all that I
Well,
know.
maybe
I'm
something
just-
changed now.
I'm just saying,
Currently.
Jarracat's run away.
Hello.
Hi, Jarracat. Hello. Wait,
Oh, you can.
hello.
It's all right. You couldn't hear me. I was just saying.
I think it's
have you
maybe
got
just
being
as well.
entertainment?
No.
Oh, well,
No.
I'm still trying, and I haven't had any Beowulf stuff at all, and I've getting
No.
nowhere. You know, when I said I was close. Since
Yeah.
then, I've only 1 star.
Me too, Jaira.
So they've changed something. It's not to my benefit.
No,
Oh, God.
not for me too.
Oh, dear. Okay. Well, ignore me then. Ignore me. I got quite excited. I was like, "Woo! This is much easier." I mean, I'm not. This is an alt, so I'm only on floor 9, but I just 3-starred node 1, and I've been trying to get it for weeks, not getting
Right.
anywhere. And then today I've just done 2 nodes that I've been struggling with. So I did think maybe it was going to be a bit easier. If you're only
Well,
one
I mean, they might
starring
have made the
this,
rest easier, but I don't think they've made 10-7 any easier because I've been doing it today and
no,
I've only got 1 star every
yeah,
time.
okay. That's so annoying. I hate it.
It is.
So, Io? Yeah.
Yes.
I do every day 10 times the last node without success, always defeat. How many stars do you get, Shiny? 1 or 2? Mostly.
2.
2. Then you just need to keep doing it. That's all I can say. One day it will just work.
How do you do it? I'll tell you how I did mine. I had it on auto fight, and I just kept changing the defense. Just let it put it on whatever attack it wants, and I just kept changing the defense. That's how I got all mine. On auto mode, and just keep clicking on the defense that you want it to. There was something you put out, wasn't there, when that says what to defend. Just keep clicking on them. That's what I did, and I got a 3-star on it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go, Thorn. I'll try anything.
Try anything, I know.
I reset
There you go.
development.
No, no need to reset. Just when you're autoing, then you click on the defending bit. You let it auto, but you're deciding where to defend, and you defend according to the information in the Google document. Okay, so defend legs, defend chest,
I've not done
defend
that
head.
actually, so I'll try that.
Oh, do.
And I'll
do.
send Thorn some resources if he's right.
Well, you'll have to drop your shield for him because he's in another clan. So.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, you can come and siege. You can come and siege over with CC, Thorn, and Troll.
We could do trolls together, Thorn. I can do my troll with you and then send you some resources.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do that anytime.
Okay, talking of resources. Yeah, talking of resources, both our strongholds are looking a lot better, a lot healthier on resources. So I have to say they have increased the reward for the chief, and it all went into, well, some of it went to somebody who's training, but the rest of it all went to the stronghold. So we've got a nice cushion for the stronghold now to be able to do some proper stronghold racing in our next CVC. Okay, and the same with Thorn. I don't know if you've looked, but we're looking a lot less. Yeah, Troll did a great job. Yeah. Okay, careful. Have you got that? Did you do that spreadsheet to keep an eye on?
No.
What dust you need?
Oh, I haven't got it. But I've written them down what I need though.
Oh, okay. Well, it's in the Google Doc. I shared it with you.
How did you? I'll have to look.
Yeah, I had to look, but I had to leave it because I went, what? I don't understand.
There is a little bit of work to do, but all you do is in the first sheet you put down how many gems you've got, and in the other sheets you put down what you want. So if you want 3, I think that's to go to you just have to decide what do you. But for your troop type, it separates it from Uber to siege, melee, and da. So if you're not melee, you don't want them. So you max that so as if you've got them all, and it doesn't count them. And in the end, it tells you exactly what gems you need for your scout, your Uber, and your troop type. And then anything where it says 0 needed, you can dust them and send them to the stronghold. I mean, the best thing to do. Yeah,
I need a glass of wine.
No, the absolute best thing to do. Get your ults. Spend your hero energy getting your ult onto the Uber Chiefs. Spend your tasks getting the premium tasks done, and then send all of the alt gems to the stronghold for dust. Because your alts shouldn't be developed. Don't think I might want these gems later, because what's coming in this game means your alts, you'll never be able to afford to develop them.
Yeah.
They stay where they are. They can become better, yeah, but you're never going to need them up to level 46, 70, whatever they bring out next.
Oh,
You just
don't.
concentrate on concentrate on your main account. Use your alts to help develop your main account, which also includes keeping the stronghold fed with dust, because that's where you get your tower sieges from. That's where you get your soul shards for your main account from. Now, I know I've got a scout account. I know I've got 2 main accounts and a scout account, but even I'm struggling with that now. Okay, I'm going to have to make some changes in the way I run the game, I play the game, because I'm stretching myself a bit too thin. But I'm going to wait until we're in the right place, at the right time, and then I'll make that decision of, just sharing chieftainship like we did with Smeg, but sharing it with a couple of other people, including you, Gyrocat.
No.
No. You sounded like that cat.
Never again.
Oh, don't be silly. You'll be fine. Oh, dear. Oh, that's so funny. I knew what was coming there. No, it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. I think so. Because you care. That's all you've got to do. You've just got to care. And Thorn, you're not off the hook. As long as you can keep your finger away from, when you're having a bit of an epi fit and you're fed up with everybody, just keep your finger away from demolish stronghold button. You're good.
That was the thing that scared me once we got that Smeg. I was terrified every time I made you chief that I was going to hit the wrong button.
Oh.
I've done it so often now.
Menu system.
Yeah, that was awful. That's evil. That was evil. That was a who moved my cheese. Sorry, I'm drinking some red wine here. So that was a who moved my cheese moment. That was. Okay, so any other questions?
I do have one.
Oh, go on.
Where's the best place to get coal other than having to buy it from the clan store?
Oh, okay. You do get it from, I think, Ubers. But that's a good question because it's been that long since I've needed it. I don't worry about. Is this for your other clan? Yeah, in the other kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do need it for the.
Ubers is the only way, but you get very, very.
I think it is. Yeah. It's Uber Invaders and the clan store for loyalty points. You sometimes, Lucky might give you some, but it'd be like 2 pieces. So it's a bit useless that. But yeah, Ubers. Uber Invaders, I'm afraid. Okay.
We don't have that kind of luck with Loki like you used to.
Oh, I know. He used to be super to me. He's a bit mean now, to be honest.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's the Loki luck. It's followed her into Helheim.
Okay, there's the link for you, Smeg, in Snak Chat. Okay, special items. It's there. Coal, scrolls, etc. Okay. Obsidian, everything you might need, manuscripts, etc. Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'll look at that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just share it with the chief. Well, it's very useful having those in a document that's accessible to everybody, like in your Discord server. Just have a little page with all the useful links. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, asking me about coal, that took me back. Hey, we still haven't done all the cavalry gear because, of course, the 2 cavalry players we've already got all our gear. So We'll do it eventually. Because what else are you going to spend coal on? That's the thing. It doesn't do anything else. Oh, there is a
It's only
rumour. You know, I love my rumours. There is a rumour that there's some more shaman gear coming. Woohoo! Happy day! More gear. More clicking.
Yay.
upgradable gear.
I don't know. It's a rumour, so, you know. Now, the other thing is I wanted to just show you the clan store, okay? Black Moon, the new... not the clan store, sorry. The seasonal store. Best thing Vikings ever did. So, but the new stuff, okay, which I haven't even got yet because I haven't got enough coins. This one, be wary. This is going to be a beast to develop. Because, okay, it starts off and it looks reasonable. Then you get past level 1 and you get to how many boosts you need. And you have to boost... Oh, where is it?
It's like
It's in Vikings
73,000
Help.
or some in weeks.
Something like that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You're
So look it
kidding.
up
1,000
online.
years or some shit.
Guard of Fortitude. Yeah.
Oh,
And
Bennett.
I know. Anyway, it's the skin, like everything else. Yeah, you get... Oh, why is it taking me to there? Oh, it's taking me to Facebook. Yeah. Okay. So, Guard of Fortitude, when you look at it, you start off and it's like spend gold. Well, we all spend gold. So eventually you're going to spend enough gold. But the third level, it's... I can't even say it. Okay, so... 72,751 weeks, 2 days, 6 hours, 13 minutes and 20 seconds.
God.
Now that is boost processors, okay? And that doesn't count any free boosts you might get from the game. So, for example, FUF rewards, okay? So this is your boost, 72,751 weeks, 2 days, 6 hours, 13 minutes, 20 seconds. So be careful, okay?
What should
Lynn,
those
I would say-
big players which already boosted all what they had?
No, they'll do it. They'll do it by boosting training. That's when you're going to be using... That's when you use most of your boosts. When you're a fighter, when you're in a big clan, you do it with your training, okay? So
What did you
when
mean,
you're
Lynn, when you said that you couldn't use the boosts that you get free? I didn't understand that.
Well, you know,
The
you get
VIP
boosts
free
in a VIP. Yeah, you get boosts when you're doing when you go to the bank in the morning. You get your free stuff. You get boosts there.
Right.
That's free. When they send you, I presume also when they send you FUP rewards or patience rewards, you get boosts. I'm presuming they won't count out either.
Oh,
But anyway,
I
definitely.
see. But
yeah,
if you
that
if you
kind of
get them
thing.
from killing an Uber, that's okay.
Oh no, that's not free. You've spent
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You've done that.
I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't know. Anyway, that's the crazy thing. Then the next one, of course, which is for level 5. And I did laugh this week when somebody realised there are actually 6 levels on these things. That's 140,000 weeks. So
Oh,
I can only presume. I did say to you, always check what the development is. So the spending gold is expensive. The boosts are ridiculous. However, that said, when you're training, you'd be amazed how much you boost over the weeks. It does add up. So don't try and do it all at once. Just take your time. Eventually you'll get a day when... And keep checking. If you do a lot of training or if you do a lot of boosting of buildings or knowledge, keep checking your town skin after each sort of session to make sure you're not... Because what you don't want to do is do that one and then forget to upgrade it so you can go on to the next gold level. Okay, you must always check your town skins, okay? Anyway, I
That
just
is
thought I'd
quite
share
a
that
good one,
joyous
isn't
news.
it?
It's a very good one. Look at this. Total
I know.
defense 140. Total offense 140. Health during defense 140. And this one on top of that defense, that when you're in the stronghold guarding it in siege, that's priceless, that is. But you don't get it all at once. You've got to do the grind. Okay, so shall we leave it at that? Are there any other questions? I think I've covered everything I wanted to. You all good?
Yeah,
Lovely.
all
Thank
good.
you.
Good.
You're welcome. And thanks for being in the weirdest CVC ever with me. That was still not recovered. I'm still not recovered. I still want to know what he was up to. Anyway, on that note, I shall love you and leave you. So take care.
Right.
Good luck in Helheim, and we'll speak probably tomorrow now. I'm on pop duty tonight, so better go and get myself ready. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Nice to see you,
Bye.
or speak to you, rather. But yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
It was nice to hear you all.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night. Sweet dreams.